We have just seen here a very famous scene of this movie by Stanley Kubrick and Arthur Clarke. And the movie is the 2001 A Space Odyssey. And Stanley Kubrick portrays here the moment of the insight of a primate learning to use a tool for the first time. Perhaps this monkey was learning to use this thing for the first time, but he was a primate like us. And this scene has repeated many times during history. And we humans, with our large brains and our powerful minds, keep constantly engineering our environments and changing it to suit our needs and to fulfill our pleasures. We not always do that wisely. Nonetheless, the face of Earth will never look the same after us. Yeah, here's man. And here is a symbol of the reasoning, of the intelligence of man. And here is one thing that Kubrick and Clarke have not thought about, perhaps, or at least they have not portrayed. Human not only changes its world, its surroundings, its environment. Human can engineer its own brain. Senhoras e senhores, sejam bem-vindos ao Centro Champalimaud para o Desconhecido. Be welcome, all of you, to the Champalimaud Centre for the Unknown. It's a big pleasure for us to see this room full today. My name is Thiago. I'm only one of the students of the Champalimaud Neuroscience program who helped organizing this thing. I want to say that, well, we are all studying to become scientists, and we are very excited about the work we do in this place. And we are very happy for this chance of sharing it with all of you. It's also my pleasure to introduce this series of events that we're calling the R series. That is meant to bring science closer to every one of you and to promote the interaction between all of us here. And we are starting this series of events with this theme, Engineering the Mind. So tonight we will have those three distinguished scientists, Joaquim, Albino, and Ed, who will be talking to us about how man has changed its own brain, engineered its own mind in the past, in the present, and in the future, what's coming next. Before handing the microphone to the first of our speakers, I would like to make a short introduction to some basic concepts of neurosciences so that you can have a more enjoyable journey tonight. And I want to start by saying that, well, man, this figure we see here, is made of a basic element that's called a cell. A cell is something like this that we're seeing here. It's roughly round-shaped. It has a nucleus here in the core that contains the DNA of the cell. It has a membrane, and lying on its surface, it has some proteins scattered around, of the function of which you'll hear a bit more later on tonight. And, well, yeah, cells are those small, tiny little things that are fascinating on themselves when you look at them close enough. But I would like to say that this is not our privilege to be made of cells. Because, in fact, not only humans, but any living being on Earth is made of cells, right? Those are some of the species that we have here at our institute and that are used in research. And here are the cells that they are made of. As you can see, they are roughly round-shaped. Not all cells are like that, but most of them are. And they have like the nucleus sitting in there. And yeah, here's the brain, our favorite organ. The brain is also made of cells, as any other organ of any other mammal. But the brain is made of a particular kind of cell, a very special type of cell, and that is the neuron. Neurons are cells that are specialized in communicating to each other. As you can see, they do have a roughly round-shaped cell body, but neurons reach out to their neighbors, and they communicate. And the way they do that, the way they communicate, is by sending electric pulses from one to the other via those elongations. And when this electric pulse reaches the end and reaches the point of contact between two neurons, this message is converted into a chemical message, as we can see right here. The electric pulse comes to the point of contact, and then chemicals are released, and they contact the other cell. This is called a synapse. And here we're going to see a small animation of neurons talking to each other. You can see the electric pulses traveling along the elongations of the neurons. And they are driving those other neurons and activating them. And the points of contact of two cells, we can see the release of this chemical. And notice that the other neuron will understand the message because it will fire as well. It will become activated. And yeah, that's what we just saw. A group of neurons connected together, and that's what the brain is. The brain is a huge network of billions of neurons connected together, each of them talking to tens of thousands of other neurons. And in the end, they make up this structure that we are seeing here, this structure that receives sensations from the periphery of our bodies, a structure that processes that and generates actions. And in between, something wonderful happens, which is our mind emerges in manners that we not quite understand, but we are working for that. And we are excited about the progress we have been making. And we hope to share some of it with you guys tonight.